everybody, and welcome to the very first video on my new YouTube channel. I was trying to decide what video I would film for you today, and I decided on what's in my bag because that seems to be the video that every new YouTuber films first, and I'm also really curious to always see what everybody else is, so I thought, why not do a what's in my bag? So the bag that I carry right now is this one from Target, and it's this really pretty corally color, and I think it's like the perfect bag for spring, and I'm already gearing up for spring. So it has these two handles here that fold down on both sides, and then it also has this longer strap that you can use for an over-the-shoulder strap, and it has gold hardware on the straps and also along the bottom, which I think goes really nice with the coral. And then also a really nice thing about it is that it detaches the straps, so you can just carry it around with these two. So for the bag, it has two pockets down the side here, and it has that on each side. And then the middle is a huge zippered section. And that's the one thing I don't like about this, is that since the zipper is so big that it sometimes gets stuck trying to unzip it because I put way too much junk in it, so it's a little over full sometimes, and it's sometimes hard to unzip. So that's the one thing I don't like about this. And then on the inside there are these two little pockets here, and then also this really big, or this really small little zipper on the side. So I will start off with the things in the side pouches, and a lot of times on other bags you can't really put anything in the side pockets because you can tell that there's things in the side, and it makes the bag look a little like out of shape. But I think that that's one of the nice things about this bag, is you can't really tell because the bag is kind of built for that. So that's one nice thing about it. So on this side I have a Clarisonic coupon because I need to buy new brush heads for my Clarisonic. So I have it in there to remind me. I have my keys that are on this red keychain. And then I just have my house keys, little coupons for American Eagle, Walgreens, Panera, a flash drive, and a Bucky Badger keychain. And then I also have this ticket for the bus that I used to come home this weekend. Okay, and on the other side I have headphones that are tangled up like usual. I have a ton of napkins because you can never know when you're going to need a napkin. And I have an empty Ziploc bag for my almonds and craisins that I had on the way home yesterday. Okay, and then in the big old middle section I have my notebook, which is really old and really ratty, and I definitely need a new one, but I hate wasting paper, so I'm just struggling through it, trying to use up the last couple pages before I start on my new one. I have my wallet, which is not the same shade of pink and definitely clashes, but I still love it because I think it's really cute, and it's also from Target. I don't remember how much this was. Probably like $15 or something like that, $15. And I remember this was $40 because I just got it recently. So in the wallet I have, along this side, there's three pouches, or three little sections in it, I guess. And on this side is all my cash. In this section I have a bunch of useless cards, like I said, not useless, but a bunch of excess cards, like my Sephora Beauty Insider, Victoria's Secret, my library card, my Ulta card, and a whole bunch of other ones that I'm not going to go through and bore you. And then on the last little section in the card holders, I have my ID, my school ID, my driver's license, my debit card, and some gift cards for the bookstore and Walmart. So that is what I have in my wallet. And next I have my makeup bag that I carry around in my purse. And this was from Victoria's Secret and is a third shade of pink that doesn't really match. And I don't remember how much this was. I want to say $8 or $12, something like that. I'll put links to this, the wallet, the bag, if I can. I'll find all those. I'll put them in the description bar below so you can find them if you'd like. So in here I have just like, they're not really my essentials because they're, my essentials aren't very easy to apply without having a mirror and stuff. So they're sort of the easy things I can keep in my bag and put on really quick if I need to just touch up my makeup or something like that. So getting right into it, what I have in here. First I have from the e.l.f. Studio line, I have their translucent mattifying powder, and which looks like that, if you can see. It just has this sponge to apply it with on this side, which I don't use if I have my brushes with me, but if I'm putting it on like somewhere else, not at home, then I use the little sponge. Next I have the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free Foundation, which comes in the stick like this, which I really love because it's so easy to apply and it still has pretty good coverage. And I have this in the shade Classic Ivory, which is 120. Next I have from CoverGirl, it is the Classic Color Blush in the shade 590 Soft Mink, and it is super messy, so I'm not going to spill it all over, but that's what it looks like. It's a really, really pretty color, if I can show it to you. That's what it looks like, and if you can see, it has this little brush that comes with it, which is why it's the blush that I keep in here. So I don't really use it all the time, so I thought it'd be a good thing to put in here to try to get myself to use it some more. Next I have this Nivea lip butter in Raspberry Rose Kiss, and it just looks like this. It doesn't really tint your lips anything, but it's just a really nice balm, or butter I guess. Next I have the Maybelline Color Tattoo, the 24 Hours, and it is in the shade 70 Barely Branded. And one of the reasons I keep this in here is because it is one of my very favorites, but also I really love the fact that you can just apply it with your finger on your eyelid and you don't have to use a brush. And I also like to be able to use it as a primer at other times. So that's this right here, if you can see that. This one. Next I have this Maybelline Unstoppable Eyeliner, and I have to be honest, I've never used this before because it came with either a mascara that I bought or a different eyeliner that I bought. So I've never used this before, but I'm sure it's good. That's why I put it in here, because I thought it'd be nice to use as a backup. So it's really nice applicating, actually, and that's that right there. And then I have a sample of the Benefit Bad Gal Lash that I got at Ulta as a side purchase after, I got it as a sample from purchasing other things. So it looks like that. It is an amazing brush, and I think that, I might have to buy a full-size one after this runs out because it is that good. And then the last thing I have in here is my Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil, and mine is in the shade Medium Ash. So I'm sure you've seen this before, but on this end is the little spoolie, which is amazing. And then on the other side is the actual pencil, like this. And I think that mine is actually broken because it doesn't seem to want to twist up anymore. So that's very disappointing because it's kind of brand new. So that is everything in my makeup bag. Alright, so the next thing that I have in my bag is some Neosporin. Well, it's not actually the brand Neosporin, but it's pain relief cream because I burnt my finger last night at dinner, so I've been putting on this to try to give it some relief throughout the day, but that's not one thing that I normally carry around. Next I have this Sharpie pen to use in my notebook. The next thing I have in my bag is this yellow wallet, and I think it might be from Kohl's or it might be from Target. I got it so long ago I don't really remember, and I don't remember how much it was. But there's nothing in it because, except for in this back pouch, which is the coin pouch, because my other wallet doesn't have a coin pouch in it, and I don't want my coins to just be rolling around, or my change just to be rolling around in the other wallet, so I keep it in here. But I think I really need to invest in something a little bit smaller because this is way too big for what I'm using it for right now. The next thing I have in here is my checkbook, which, to be honest with you, I've wrote 2 checks in my entire life out of this, but I carry it around anyways in case I go somewhere that it doesn't take debit card or I don't have any cash or something like that. The next thing I have in here is my phone charger because I hate when my phone runs out of battery, and I'm trying to prevent that at all costs. And the next thing I have in here is this mini deodorant. It's from Walgreens, and I got it as a sample actually for spending $25, and I got a hold of a free bag of samples, and this was in here. It's the Degree Clinical Protection, and I've never used it actually, but I figure it's a good thing to have in your purse. The next thing I have in here is this book. It is Dante's Inferno from the Divine Comedy, and I'm reading this in one of my classes right now, so I tucked it in here to read on the bus and did not take it out. The next thing I have in here is some hand sanitizer. It's from a children's hospital. It's just a little sample thing that they must have been giving out, but keep that in there just in case you need to sanitize your hands. And the next thing I have in here are my sunglasses. They are the Wayfarer Ray-Bans, which I'm sure you know what they look like, but I'll show them to you anyways. So this is what they look like. And I don't really wear my sunglasses very often in the winter because I just don't think to pull them out and put them on. But I took them in here anyways just in case I remember something. And the next thing I have is this little lotion, which I keep tucked in this pocket here. And it is from Bath & Body Works. It's Cherry Blossom from their signature collection. And I actually got given this by one of my friends, and I really like it. It smells very sweet, but it's not overpowering, so I really like that. And then the next thing I have is one of these EOS lip balms. I'm pretty sure this one's the passion fruit, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But out of all the ones I've tried so far, I think this one's probably my favorite. And I just noticed now, it matches my bag, so that's nice. The next thing I have in here is my phone, and it is in this Lily Pulitzer pink and green. It's got like fish and flowers. It's patterned, and to be honest with you, I don't always remember to put it in here, but it's nice when it's cold out just to know that there's something else kind of protecting your phone from the cold and that kind of thing. And then also on here I have a Juicy Couture phone case on it, which is, I got on sale at an outlet mall, I think. And I think originally it was $40 and I got it for $25 or something like that. So that was a good deal. And then I have in here a roll of quarters that is worth $10 because I need to take them to the bank and get them switched in for cash because I do not spend change that often. And last but not least, in this little zipper pocket back here, I keep a little mirror. It's got black and white stripes with a pair of lips. I guess that's not a pair of lips, just some lips on it. And I got this from Forever 21 for $1, I think. Or it says $3.80 on the back, but I'm pretty sure it was $1 when I bought it. And then I have my Marc Jacobs Dot little perfume pump thing, which if you've never smelled it before, I encourage you to go to somewhere that sells it. And I think I got this from Ulta, and it's just a really beautiful scent, and I really like it. And then the last thing is a little bag of ibuprofens or pain relief because I don't like carrying a huge bottle around because there's no point. So I just take the little bags that you get your like spare buttons in when you buy clothes. And that is the last thing in my bag. So that was my what's in my bag. And subscribe if you would like to see another video, or tell me in the comments what else you're looking for me to do, because I'm definitely eager to film some more videos. Bye!